I am finally back with another Al Murray, and this time he is taking on the Americans. So, in my last two videos I did on Al Murray, I made a few incorrect assumptions, and your comments definitely let me know that. In the first video, I had absolutely no idea what was going on. I had never heard of Al Murray before, and so I went into it expecting just a normal kind of stand-up routine, and instead, I came out of that thoroughly confused. In the second video, I thought that pub landlords still wore uniforms, and I was still confused about what was going on, and you guys corrected me on that. So I'm starting to catch more onto his persona. I understand it's a fake persona just for his stand-up, and I know that he's done a lot of more serious stuff as well regarding history, and he has a degree from Oxford and all of that. So mad respect to Al Murray. He has a lot of knowledge that I wish I had. But hey, you know what? I'm trying to remedy that on this channel by learning more about history and culture and geography and all of that. So this is a highly requested video. It's been probably a couple of months at least since I've done a comedy video, so we're going to get back into it today. So it looks like he's pretty much just going to bash the Americans the entire time in this video. So whatever he ends up saying about us over here in the US, I'm not going to take it personally. Obviously, this is just comedy. But I am very curious as to what he has to say. Also a little nervous about it too, weirdly. So let's go ahead and get into it.
You're beautiful people. Have we got anyone from overseas here tonight? Anybody from overseas? Yeah? Fabulous. From which vanquished nation do you hail, sir? Tell me.
Christian nation.
Where from?
United States.
United States. Fantastic. Welcome, eh? Welcome. I love you people. What's your name, Squire?
Neil.
Neil. Beautiful British name. Now, Neil. Tell me. Neil, how long have you been in Great Britain, Squire?
2 weeks now.
2 weeks. Yeah? Yeah? Tell me, if you had to sum up Great Britain in one word, Neil, what would it be, mate? Come on.
Love that look.
Come on, Neil. Shit will get off the pot, sir. You what?
Football.
Football. No. The word you're looking for, mate, is great, isn't it? Clues in the name, for
Great
fuck's
Britain,
sake.
right?
Those are yank. No, I love Americans. You're beautiful people, aren't you? Yeah? Yeah, you're beautiful people.
But...
No, I love them. Oh, back off. I love them. I love them. I love Americans, because the world needs people like Americans, don't they? Because you're dreamers, aren't you? Yeah? Yeah? You're dreamers, aren't you, Neil? Yeah? Because you've got that American dream. The American dream. Yeah? You're an American dreamer.
Gosh.
Dreaming the American dream, aren't you, Neil? Yeah?
What the heck?
Yeah? Now, the fact is, Neil, we don't have a dream in Great Britain. We don't. Yeah? There is no British dream. Yeah? Yeah. This isn't because we lack some sort of sense of moral purpose. This isn't because we haven't got a sense of guiding destiny taking us towards a better tomorrow. No, we don't have a dream in this country, Neil, because we're awake. It's that simple.
That's not what I expected you to say.
What is that dream of yours anyway? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
What's with the...
Hey! I'd be embarrassed to write that down if I were you, Squire. It's a pleasure to have you, you're a beautiful bloke. I love Americans, you're beautiful people. Yeah?
We're beautiful.
Folk, aren't you? If an American can't explain something, he says it's aliens, doesn't he?
Hang on, I think I missed something there.
I love Americans, you're beautiful people. Yeah? You're simple folk, aren't you?
Simple fun.
If an American can't explain something, he says it's aliens, doesn't he? At least British people are prepared to admit when they're pissed, Neil. I mean, we're sensible people in this country. This is a reasonable country. It's a reasonable size, isn't it? Great Britain isn't that big, yeah? America's vast, isn't it? Far too big, unwieldy country, yeah? Britain's compact, yeah? You reasonable size. I mean,
Oh,
the
that actually
mountains
works?
aren't exactly that big, are they? Yeah? They're big enough to learn how to climb mountains and then practice and conquer other peoples. They're not that big in themselves. And the wildlife is not particularly wild, is it? Squirrels are not going to hunt you down in packs, are they? We don't have earthquakes in this country, do we? No, because we don't deserve them. It's that simple. Anyone who builds a city on a thing called the San Andreas Fault really has got it coming. the fact is, Neil, it's not...
I mean, there's not a whole lot of places in the US you can build cities where a natural disaster isn't going to happen at some point. I mean, that's just kind of the way it is over here. But yeah, it is kind of stupid though too when you think about it.
San Andreas' fault, is it? It's yours for building it there in the first place. Classic American behaviour. Trying to palm the blame off onto some poor fucking Mexican. Forget the Alamo! Now, what is this? We're sensible, down-to-earth people in this country. Aren't we? Yes, Steve?
Oh, we are.
Here we are. Could you play God Save the Queen? Yeah? F, F. G. D, E, F. G, G. A, G. F, D. E, F, G. A, C. Now, what is this? What is this? You might be stupid, eh? What is this? What is this? We're sensible, down-to-earth people in this country, aren't we? Hmm? This is a sensible, down-to-earth country. I mean, we never put a man on the moon, did we? No. What would be the fucking point? Hey? You Yanks, you're banging about how you got there first, but no one else was trying, were they, mate?
The Russians were, but you know.
Don't count. Doesn't matter who comes first when you're on your own, does it, Lunch? It's been a year. I mean, we're sensible people in this country, aren't we? Down-to-earth people. Yeah, we never put a man on the moon. No, the moon was never going to be part of the British Empire, was it, Lunch? There's no one to give it back to once we're done with it, was there? There's no point going to the moon, putting in a railway, trial by jury, parliamentary democracy. There's no bastard living there, is there? This is a trick. There's nothing to be gained in the way of hot and spicy food or Olympic quality athletes. It's a waste of a journey. I mean, why would the British, the very people who invented gravity, want to go somewhere where there isn't any, hey? Doesn't make any sense at all. Now, the moon should be left to its own business of tides, werewolves, and periods. No. If anyone can explain to me the actual difference between them last two, trade store later. Now, the point is this. No, one man's silver bullet is another woman's bar of chocolate, isn't it? Period, Neil. That's an example of a word that means different things to you and I, isn't it? It's quite. Because you're a Yank and I'm British, yeah? That's right. Period, yeah? To the American woman, the word period probably means something like full stop, doesn't it? That's the same thing for American geezers, eh, Neil? Because we're divided by a common language, that's right, and a fucking great big ocean, thank Christ. What is this?
Okay, well that kind of abruptly ended. I was expecting more. That was really good. My favorite joke in that whole thing was about how the British didn't want to take the moon, you know, because it couldn't be part of the British Empire. But I am starting to figure out his comedy. It's kind of like a genius in a way because he's being self-deprecating while still like trying to bolster the image of Great Britain, which seems like a really tricky thing to do actually, but he pulls it off really nicely. So I like that about him. But you know what? I hear the term geezer a lot said by people over in the UK, and I don't quite exactly know what it means. You guys have to let me know down in the comments. I think it means something kind of along the lines of idiot, or maybe not quite that strong, but you know what I mean. Yeah, and also that last little bit about the language differences as well, how we call what you guys call a full stop, which we don't ever use that term over here. We do call it a period. So I guess those words can have different meanings depending on what country you're from. We also have have like multiple meanings for period too. We don't just mean punctuation. It has other connotations as well. But now that I think about it, he actually went way easier on the United States than I thought he was going to. I thought he was just going to kind of like rip us apart, but he actually, you know, kept it pretty lighthearted, which I like that. So thank you all for the recommendations of Al Murray. You guys have also recommended some other British comedians to me. I think Ken Dodd, and there's one called Misheard Lyrics, I believe, and I forgot who was the comedian, but those are ones that I would like to get to as well. If there are any other British comedians or maybe comedians from other countries that I don't know about that I should watch, let me know who they are, and maybe if they have some routines specifically that are really good, let me know. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like and subscribe. Also follow me on social media if you like more behind the scenes look at this channel. Stay tuned for more UK stuff coming up in the very near future, and Roger here and I will see you next time.